Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today, I'm here to talk to you about the new Squier Paranormal Strat-O-Sonic. You can find it right at empiremusic.com, like our entire Fender collection. As you may or may not know, we are one of only a handful of Fender custom shop showcase dealers in the world, and we give you the best experience on all Fender guitars, including Squiers. The Paranormal series is cool because every year Fender comes out with these models, and they are either relaunches of guitars of your new mashups, kind of cool stuff that you probably don't have in your collection. And the Strat-O-Sonic was a model initially introduced in the early 2000s, and it sounds like the Strat-O-Sonic just sounds like a 2000s thing. Just the, I don't know, Y2K Strat-O-Sonic. It all makes sense. I was talking with Anthony because he did some videos on the new Squier stuff. There's gonna be a new section in this video. If you watch my videos, you know I'm pretty straightforward. There's gonna be a new pros and cons section to this video, so get excited about it. What you will find out is that we do full factory setups on everything we sell. We dial every guitar into factory spec, which is gonna be super important in what I'm gonna tell you about in this guitar. Take great care of you. Make sure you get a great playing guitar. So what's cool about the Strat-O-Sonic? Well, what's neat about it is, to me, right off the bat, the visual, we know we have two Alnico soap bar pickups, right? That's unique. That's not something Fender typically offers, right? What might be less visually noticeable is that we have a 24 3/4 inch scale length, which is the same as a Gibson. So a short scale, so it plays real slinky, which is cool. Compensated wraparound tailpiece, which is cool if you like it. A little less in the sense of adjustability. Right? This is almost like, you can tell they're going with a vintage blonde. It's almost like a Les Paul Jr. style tailpiece. We have volume and tone, three-way switch. We have push-pull, which lets us do series and parallel, which is pretty cool for the versatility. Maple neck, vintage tuners. It's cool. It sounds cool. I will tell you in my new section, pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. It feels cool. It's obviously unique. The soap bar pickups are kind of fat sounding, you know, it just doesn't have that necessarily traditional Fender twang, but a really different sonic profile. The playability in the sense of the scale length is very comfortable. So very cool. It looks cool, and they're relatively inexpensive. You have to kind of always keep in mind with this price point, right? Sometimes I think price points change, and we look what's in the market, we think, you know, $500 it should do this or that. You know, these are import guitars, so we have to kind of focus it on that. That being said, a con, out of the box, these guitars are very, you know, they need a lot of work, you know what I mean, which we put the time in. This is like one of those instances where whether you buy it from us or you buy it from your local shop, this is an instrument that you want someone to make sure they put their hands on it out of the box. If you're going to buy this directly from Fender or Amazon, I will tell you in advance that you're gonna need to put some setup work into it and a fair amount of time. They are not super awesome out of the box, but they have great potential, which is a pro, because the platform itself is cool. It just, you know, Fender does not put a bunch of time from the factory out of these, but when it's done, they can sound great. So let's talk about the sonic profile, right? We're just going through a Fender Deluxe. I have a Earthquaker Westwood overdrive, so pretty straightforward there. Let's talk about the clean settings on the guitars. Let's start in the bridge, see what you think. The bridge position has a body to it. You can tell right away, right? Plenty of sparkle, but definitely has the soap bar-y feel to it, a little bit more roundness, not as much twang or bite, especially if you take like a single coil Strat pickup, which is very glassy, and then you compare it to this. This is, you know, way fatter. Now, let's go ahead up into our neck position to go to the kind of other end of the spectrum. super fat. Really, really nice there. You have a ton of body. What's cool about this is obviously like that's probably, I'd say, darker than you'd expect most Strats to get. You also kind of get that, again, like a Les Paul Junior-y type tone out of it, but you have the double cutaway here that lets you get up nice and easy into the higher access points. When you're in the middle position here, we can work with some push-pulls. So another big advantage is the versatility, right? You have tons of options with the push pull knobs, with your ability to run them in series and parallel and out of phase. So you get a lot of versatility in this guitar. So even though it has a 3-way switch, we're really getting the opportunity to kind of flex some sonic muscles and mess with some really cool, almost, let's say, like kind of like conky, kind of Gretsch out of phasey type tones, which is pretty cool. The soap bars are great for overdrive. I'm going to show you some basic overdrive options on this. What's great about these is that they handle a good amount of gain. It's like rock, classic rock. You can do punk rock out of this. If you're like a shredder, you want like, you know, your Metallica types like tones, this isn't the guitar for you. But for most applications, I think you'd find this to be really pleasant with overdrive. So it's, again, Earthquake or Westwood, just basic. Yeah, the drive set to this is like 2 o'clock, you know, so not super crazy. So the pickups stay transparent for the most part. I mean, you know, it's like with gain and soap bars, you're gonna have a little of that nasty gnarl, so it's not gonna be quite as defined maybe as some other pickups, but it does definitely give you that kind of a sludgy, cool, vintagey sound, which is slick. I mean, these are fun guitars to play. The reality of it is just like, this is not a traditional Fender guitar, it's not a traditional anything guitar, it's got kind of components of the Fender, like the Les Paul Junior. It's a really cool mashup in there, it plays real easy. You know, we're gonna dial it in for you and set it up. If you have specific questions about the guitar, you can go right to our site. You can chat through us, give us a call, let us know what you need. We will answer as many questions as we can for you. Most importantly, if you select a Fender guitar or anything from our collection, we're gonna get you dialed in and make sure the guitar is set to factory spec like it's supposed to be. Then we're gonna professionally package it, assuming you're online. Obviously, in-store, we'll be glad to give you the same service. And we're gonna help you get this guitar in the best playing position possible so you can just enjoy it right out of the box and tune it. So I'm Joe from Empire Music. This is the new Fender Squier Paranormal Strat-O-Sonic